This podcast is brought to you by Emote Projects Limited. The podcast is for educational purposes only. Seek professional advice to get specific help for your project. Enjoy this week's show.
Welcome to An Architect and a DJ Build a Home podcast.
I'm the architect.
And I'm the DJ.
Yes, welcome. Today, we've changed our setup a little, or Sharron changed our setup a
You
little.
made us do it.
And she's a guest on the podcast today. We're really happy to have you, really happy to put you on the spot.
I'm excited to be here.
You can tell.
Yes. Sharron does a lot for us. So first of all, Sharron is our friend, a very good friend, and we've been friends for years. And she also makes this show happen.
She does. She's the one in the background, putting everything together.
She produces the show, edits, records, and edits the show. She's just extraordinary. And she's also our digital media and admin assistant. So yeah, she's the all-round magic maker for us.
I love the intro.
Yeah, and we're really happy to have you here.
Yes, we are.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on the show.
So we're all about helping first-time home builders be clear on what it is that you want to build before you start building. And as building, the building journey is a very personal one.
Mhm.
You're building a home. We thought it would be nice to get perspectives of different people who are taking the journey, and to share so that you can see that it's okay to be who it is that you are.
Absolutely.
Yes, and that can be reflected in your home. So Sharron, welcome.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And we wanted to first of all get to know you.
Okay.
So here's a tricky question. How would you describe yourself?
How would I describe myself?
See?
Question. Kind and I don't know. I honestly, that's a hard.
No,
It's
I don't
not.
blame you. I know.
And we
No, it's not that easy.
Any of our questions, so she doesn't know what we're asking.
No, she's got no script. Just to tell the truth.
Yeah, I'll say kind.
Kind.
Yeah,
That's who you are.
yeah.
How about qualities, your personality, things you like, what you value?
Recently, right? I think I've been leaning more towards eclectic living. People have been abusing this word,
Go ahead.
but yeah, like just leaning into the chaos. You know
Okay.
what I mean? I've always been an orderly person, and now I'm trying not to be. I'm just, because life isn't. So,
True.
Yeah.
yeah.
So how do you think other people see you?
Honestly.
How do you think other people, how do they, when they see, oh, this is Sharron, what do you think that they say
What
about
do you
you?
think they see?
I'm trying to think of you guys. What do I think you guys think as my friends? This is hard. I don't know if funny is. I think I'm funny. I don't know if that's something that people would see. A free spirit, maybe. Yeah,
That's true.
yeah.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
And one thing about Sharron that I've seen is that she's very, like, she's a value-oriented person and really sticks with that. She's vegan. We're all trying to, I think we've mentioned it before. No, we're all trying to convert her, but no, she's been on this journey.
There's nothing you
And
can do.
I don't know how many Zambians you can count.
I can't
can
on
say.
one hand
You
The
can
entire
say
country. Entire 20 million.
that I
people.
know.
Right.
Ish, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
All right. So
And
building from what you were asked,
yeah.
how do you think other people see you?
Mm.
Is it important? Is it important how what other people think of you, how they see you? Is it important to you?
For my loved ones, I'd say yes.
Yeah.
I think yeah, people that are close to me, it matters. It matters to me what they think or how I make them feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, but everybody else, I don't
Not
care
really.
much. No.
So you've described yourself as eclectic.
Yes.
We're in your space right now, and you do see elements of that. You see elements of so we have this knowledge of you, like you go thrifting, you go picking pieces that you like, and
Yeah.
you put them in the home, and yeah, you have no problems in seeking out the style that you want, and yeah, and we'd like to know what has influenced that about you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So again, I'll go back to the like I've been trying to embrace the chaos, right? So before I used to be like minimalistic. It's black, white, gray. That was my version of it. Just has to be orderly. Your space has to be orderly like that. Your life has to be orderly like that. But then I don't know what happened really, like to spark this in me, but it's like embrace the chaos, you know. So when I think about my space, I just want a mix of everything I love, you know. It doesn't have to be minimalistic. Like as long as it just makes you happy. Yeah.
And what influences that? What have you got specific places where that has come from?
I honestly don't know, I honestly don't know if I can say. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can't
Okay.
say for sure.
Embracing the chaos. How
Yes.
how is that going so far? How is it looking?
It's fun. I'm
Okay.
enjoying the process.
What are you doing that you wouldn't ordinarily be doing?
Mm. Letting things go,
Like
Okay.
what?
you know.
We're forcing you to be
Yes.
specific.
Okay.
When you say letting things go, letting what go, what
Like,
does that mean?
I always wanted to control things.
Yeah.
But I realize now, I should have realized this a long time ago, but you can't, you
Yeah.
know. So I'm trying to think of my space.
So in your space, what example would you give of, oh, this was me letting go?
This is chaos.
Yo, for me, the fabrics, the colors, there's a lot going on. There's a lot
Really?
of patterns everywhere, I think, and that wasn't me.
Yeah.
But it's me now, so yeah. Or it's us because I share this space with my husband, so it's us.
Yeah, and just to let you know, the husband is like in the front. So when she's not actually looking at the camera when she's speaking, she's looking at, yeah.
To make
And
sure
you-
that
It's in agreement. Yeah.
so we talked in the previous episode about the idea of home
Yeah.
and how home is influenced by where you've been, what it is that you're experiencing now as home, and where it is that you hope to be.
Yeah.
Perhaps you can talk to us about like what has home, like what do you think about when you think about home in terms of the places that you've been,
Mhm.
the homes that you've been in? What has that been like?
Okay. I feel like this is the first place that I've ever lived in that I feel like reflects us and just feels like, okay, this is where we're supposed to be. Because where we were, like we tried to make our space reflect us, but maybe
As
it was
in
the environment
the place you were before you
we
moved
came.
here where you are right
Yeah.
now.
So yeah, I didn't like the area where
Yeah.
it was. It was too loud, and I don't think we're loud people.
Yeah.
But we tried to make it.
It was
You
right
know,
in the
yeah.
center of the industrial
We were
area.
in the middle of the industrial area, you know.
And we're
Yeah.
right in the middle of chaos.
Yeah, yeah, embracing the chaos. Yes, you know. So I just felt like we tried to make it home, but it never felt like it.
And what does that question spark for you when you think about home when you were young, for instance? Like, yeah, what was that like?
Mm. That's interesting. Home when I was young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
home when I was young, I'm thinking family.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It wasn't really about like the space, and I don't think I paid attention. Yeah, but I'm thinking family.
Family.
Yeah, it was warm for some time.
Yes.
And then I don't know if this is too deep, but then I lost my parents, and yeah, that's where the chaos started.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's where the need to have order. Like I can't control this environment, but let me control myself. There
Yeah.
was, yeah, it was a mess.
Yeah.
It was a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you've spoken about what you're experiencing now.
Mhm.
Like now feels more like you. It
Yes.
feels more like being connected.
Yeah.
You are taking a journey to
Mhm.
build your own home,
Yes.
and you'll talk to us about where you are in that.
Okay.
So when you're building your own home, it's now like what you
envision.
yes, what you hope for, what are you
Yes.
dreaming about?
Yes.
So what does that aspect look
Look
like
like.
for you? Because now you sort of like have an opportunity to
Yes.
bring in ideas there. So what
Ooh,
what
the excitement.
yes,
know.
exactly. You can tell.
So we bought some land like in the outskirts of Lusaka. It's Mwembeshi area, but there's no homes around, and yeah, so just that is what made me like
Get
it's
excited.
peaceful. It's
Yeah.
quite like we're surrounded by nature, and I feel like when I think about the home that is to come, like
Yeah.
that's the element that we want to bring in. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be too concrete. It shouldn't be. We should blend in with our environment.
Yeah.
I feel like that's us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know.
She looks really excited.
That's us. I mean, I know you and your husband as are both creative.
Mm,
You know, you're creative people.
mm.
But also at the same time, you're not the same. You're different. Yeah. So, how does that come into play when it comes to your home?
Mm.
How do you make it work?
And especially even now that you're dreaming about
Yeah.
going into a new space, like how are you navigating like coming to having one idea
Yeah.
from the two of you having distinct likes
To make
and
one
experiences of and even experiences of what home has been to you and what you think it should be.
Yeah. Okay, so right now we kind of have to share like office space. We have to share a lot, right? And we're hoping where we're going, there'll be a man cave, street den, because yeah,
Your
no.
own different spaces.
Yes. But now we have to, I'll give you an example, right?
Yeah.
With the books. I have categories of the
Okay.
books and how they're supposed to be. So he decided, oh, let me read one of them.
Yeah.
And then it's been, oh, the bookmark is out. It's been unread for a very long time,
Yeah.
and
Just
it's in the
sitting
wrong category, and it
So
has
it's
to,
messing you up.
yeah, you know. And I want to move it
My
every,
man. Huh?
and every time I want to move it, but then I'm thinking, this is not just my space, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Books are for everyone to read, but it's not in the right
Place.
place.
The system here.
So stuff like that, like it would just be nice for us to have our own private spaces where you can
Yeah.
just express yourself and just, yeah, not be made to feel like, you're doing something wrong.
So you're
you know?
thinking of so definitely in your future home, there's
Yeah.
having your own spaces. What would your shared spaces be like?
Mm. Shared
Where is it that your identities and the things that you like, where does that come together? Because obviously your own spaces will reflect both of you.
Yes.
So now in the shared spaces, what would that be like, do you think?
Okay, so maybe because we're here, like the living room, and that would be one shared space.
Yeah.
I'd want it to reflect all of us. I hope it does here a bit,
does.
Yeah. I always feel like people should walk into a home and see the people who live there, like he can play almost any instrument. So you
Yeah.
walk in and you
And
see
his
some,
stuff is-
yes, like you
Yeah.
should see, his name's Blessing. You should see blessings when you walk in,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully stuff like the living room. The kitchen, I don't know how invested
Okay.
he'll be. I feel like it's shared space also,
Yeah.
but it'll be more me in the bedroom,
Yeah.
which I want to keep so minimalistic, and I still do now. I don't think I give him creative space. It's a shared space, but I want
But we
it
all
a
know who the
certain
boss is.
way.
Yeah.
So,
I think we're figuring it out right here.
yeah, so maybe those areas I would want us to reflect in those spaces more. I'll
Yeah.
work on the bedroom.
Okay.
Yeah. So where are you right now on your journey, on your home building journey?
Okay, so we've taken a pause, a
Okay.
long pause
Okay.
on building. We started building our house and we've raised it up to window level. But the way we did it was, we trusted our contractor.
Mhm.
Yeah, we trusted him a little too much.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't think we did it right. So we've taken a step to just stop, go back to the drawing board. One thing I've learned a lot, even from the podcast,
Yeah.
planning.
Yeah.
We didn't plan enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, we watched extraordinary homes and YouTube people making their own homes, and we're like, we can
We're
do
going to do
this.
that.
We are
Do
doing
that.
it.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
no,
Nuh-uh.
don't do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So right now we've paused, and I
Okay.
feel like we'll have to start from scratch, because even like the design of the home, we want to make some tweaks.
Okay.
We've thought it was too orderly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
No.
can't be. It's not us. It's
Yeah.
too structured.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we've suffered a loss because we spend money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's okay. Better now.
Yeah.
Yeah, than later.
And then when you've got the roof up, you've paid
Yes.
for finishes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's where we are.
Okay.
Here's a question that I know we hadn't. I don't think it's just come to me or just occurred to me. You're vegan,
Yes.
but blessings
It's not.
is not. How do you make that work?
Nobody forces anybody to. I mean, I wish he'd become vegan too, but I'll never impose it on him, because even when we met, I wasn't vegan.
Yeah.
I think I was vegetarian. I was pescatarian. I would eat fish, and then I changed. I was lacto-ovo, so that means I would have eggs and like dairy.
Those, yeah,
Don't
we
know
have no idea
anything
what you're talking about.
But
But then I was vegetarian.
she's in it quite
You can tell. Yeah.
Yes, I was
Yeah.
vegetarian for a long time, and I feel like I was just scared to be vegan because I didn't know anyone who was. So I was like,
Yeah.
will I manage?
Yeah.
And then a friend of mine from Sweden visited, and she was vegan, and like she's managing just fine.
Yeah.
Ever since then, like this March will be 7 years.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
So we'll still be eating meat when we come to your house once your house is done.
I always hope that people don't mind. Like if they come to our home, I cook a vegan meal. Like you just know, like, oh, when we go to Sharon's place, we're going to eat vegan.
Yeah.
I don't think it should affect anyone, because when you go home, you're going to eat your meats and
We have been to your home. We have we've had meals in your home. And very beautiful meals.
Yeah.
It's never even occurred to me that the person who prepared this is vegan.
Yeah.
It's just been good food.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
it has,
nice.
honestly.
Nice to hear. Yeah.
Yeah,
But we
well,
make
thank
it
you.
work.
Thank you so much, Sharon, for opening up and allowing us to ask you questions and
Tough
dig in.
questions.
Yes, tough questions.
Yeah.
And answering them so gracefully. We're really happy that we did this, and thank you for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But before we go,
We need to ask what we call it again.
guess the
Guess
song.
the song. Yes.
Yeah. So
So
clue.
guess this song. No. The guess this song is somehow stems from the fact that you are a big Harry Potter fan.
Yes.
And the question for Guess This Song today is, this song was done by a British group,
Yeah.
and they are talking about the supernatural in
Okay.
that song. So,
A British group
British group,
talking about the supernatural.
supernatural. British 4-man group, 4 guys,
Yeah.
singing about the supernatural.
Okay.
Should be pretty easy.
Okay.
And it goes something like this.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But yeah, if you know what it is, let us know.
Let's leave the
Yeah,
guitar
let's
playing
leave
too.
And blessings.
We'll see you soon.
An Architect and a DJ Build a Home podcast has been brought to you by Emote Projects Limited. The show is hosted by Kalenga, he's the DJ, and me, Mphangela, I'm the architect. Media by Monkey Business Agency. Music by Bless the Creative.